So guys, hello and welcome to this tutorial. So in this tutorial, I'm going to see what is membership operators, which are in and not in. So let us first of all see the theoretical part, like definitions and all. So what does the in membership operator do is it evaluates to true if it finds a variable in the specified sequence and false otherwise. So basically in layman's language, what does it do is it returns the value true, a boolean value true when a variable is there in a specified sequence. So see, sequence is a really important word over here. And afterwards, not in is actually exactly opposite thing. So it evaluates to true if it does not find, and in remember specified sequence is also very important as I told you all, and false otherwise. So enough of this. Now let us jump to the coding part. And one more thing that I forgot to tell you all is we can use the membership operators for checking the membership or occurrence of particular things inside strings, inside lists, tuples, dictionaries, and whatever. So first of all, let us discuss about strings actually. So suppose I have a string called welcome to code decode, which is the name of my channel. So I'll simply write welcome to code decode. Fine. I'll hold on. Yeah. So what will happen? I'll simply write substring. This is another variable. So substring. Suppose I want to check the occurrence of this substring inside this string. So suppose I want to check if 2 is there inside this string or no. So obviously it is there. So the output should be true. So when you write print and inside this we have to write the syntax. Now this is where we use the membership operators. So actually it is like normal English. So what we have to do is we have to check if substring is there in S or no. So I said the sentence was substring is there in S or no. So in Python what you do, you simply write if substring, I don't write if obviously, so substring in S. So if it is there, then it will return the output as true. If it is not there, then it will return the output as false. So if I run this code, it will give us the output as true, because obviously we know 2 is there inside this list, not list string. So hold on, I forgot to tell you all about sequence now. So about sequence, I told you all sequence is really important. So what does it do is, first of all, substring is 2, so it will check for 2, not 2t. So it will iterate through this whole thing or traverse, and it will see this 2, sorry, not 2t. So it checks if t is there, so it sees t, okay fine, but after that o is there, so it will check for o as well. So o is also there, so it is giving the output as true. What if we write something inside it? So what if we write something like r in middle? So it will give us the output as false. So because t is there, so fine, t is there, but after this t, r is not there. So obviously, if even if one condition is not satisfied, then it will give us the output as false. So this was about the sequence thing that I told you all. Now actually, I'll do some silly thing. I'll just write welcome to. So I know this does not make any sense, but still. So if I write t, how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, how many times it is there, 5 times. So it should work, right? So t double o whatever, it is there inside it, so it will give us the output as true. But what if I write simply just 2? So now you should think actually it should work or no. So if I run this code, it actually gave us the output as true. So as I told you all, think as sequence. So it will check for t. So it will traverse through this. It will see yes, t is there. After that, it will see if o is there after t. So after this t, o is there. So okay, fine. So this substring is satisfied. This whole substring is there inside it. After that, whatever it is there, it does not matter, because if this string is if this particular part is there, then the output should be true. So basically what we are doing is we are just checking for this thing, but actually what I mean is we are not checking for words. Yeah, this is the right way to explain. So we are not checking for words, we are checking for characters. By characters I mean single values like t and o. So we are not checking for the whole word like two, we are just checking for two. Fine. So this was about explaining about strings and all. So I'll explain you one more type of code. So I have a list. Actually, one more, not type. I'm just explaining how to use membership operators by using list, and I'll explain by using if conditions as well. So I'll simply have a list 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pretty much run normal list. Fine. Hold on. Yeah. So this is my list, and I want to check if 2 is there inside this list or no. So what I'll do, check if 2 in L. So if it is there, we'll print out the output as yes, 2 is there in L. And else what we are going to do is we'll simply print out the message 2 is absent. Whatever, fine. Now if I run this code, so obviously we know 2 is there inside this list, so it is working. So what I want to explain over here is we can use membership operators, or the fact that membership operators return the value true or false by using if conditions. So what we do over here is the syntax of if is, if you remember, if and so yeah, it is explaining. See, the if statement is used for conditional. So if then expression. So this is the expression, that is it returns true or false. So if and the condition. So if this condition is true, then this whole code will work, and if this is false, then else code will work. So fine. So actually, this is the use of the fact that it returns true. So if it is returning true, so it is fine. So if I write, instead of 2, I write whatever number, that is, if it is not there, so obviously this number is not there, then it will put an address is absent. I know it is some random thing, but fine. I just want to explain the concept. So I think that's all for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. You can subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And until then, stay tuned and keep learning.